Welcome to my first video. I want to show you how I made this. It was using a combination of printing and tracing. First thing we want to do is take a picture. Perfect. Now let's get it in the computer. First thing I did is crop the image down to just the part I was interested in. Then I set the page size to 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches, or the dimensions of a playing card. I created a layer to hold the background image, locked it so it can't be accidentally modified, created a new layer for the vector art, made the background image somewhat transparent, and then began tracing. The primary tool we're going to use is known as a Bezier curve. Essentially, it creates two endpoints with a curve defined between those points. You can lay the line over the image and drag the curve around until it looks about right. We are using what is known as a vector editor. A vector graphics program allows you to create smooth, simple lines that can be resized without any loss of quality. I used a program called Inkscape. It's freely available on the 3 major operating systems and relatively easy to use. Once the majority of the lines are done, we can tweak some of the ones we're not happy with. We're able to take what are known as nodes and move them around, as well as alter the angle. In some cases, I even deleted a line. Once the entire image is done, we're able to take advantage of it being defined with vectors. Copy the entire thing, resize it, rotate it a bit, and then place it on the card within the card. And now we move on to printing. We've got the card printed. Now all we have to do is trace it. It's real easy. Let's do it. And there we have it. If you're paying particularly close attention, you'll notice I have a third card in there that I didn't show in the video. I actually added that after the fact and just freehanded that. I do want to talk for a moment about the type of printer I used. I specifically used a laser printer. I would not recommend using an inkjet for this. The primary differences are that a laser printer rolls the paper across a drum while applying a powder known as toner, which then heats so that it fuses to the surface. An inkjet, on the other hand, has a print head that moves back and forth across the paper while it sprays ink onto the surface. There's a possibility the ink won't stick as well to the card as it does to paper, but what I'm more concerned about is that print head. With it moving back and forth, it has a higher chance of snagging the edge of the card, either damaging the card or jamming the printer. It's a risk I wasn't willing to take. Another tip I want to give is you'll notice in the video that I was peeling the tape away from the card, not towards it. If you peel towards the card, you'll end up tearing the card. So be sure to peel away. One final note, if you use this on a non-blank card, I recommend using either a 2 or a 4. There's plenty of space in the middle. Let me go get a 2 or a 4. If you use something like a 2 or a 4, there's plenty of space in the middle. You don't have to compete with pips or worry about printing over them. I hope you got some value out of this, and I'll see you next time.